YouTube and welcome to a very special video. You remember, so on Monday morning we visited the airport line and visited the very first tram. We were supposed to explore the airport line and really take it in. Sadly, it was pitch black, so we didn't actually see anything. So we didn't see anything. So we decided, if you remember, that we're going to come back on Friday afternoon and visit the line again, this time from Cornbrook to Media City, UK, to experience the line and photograph all the new stops. So our Manchester Airport tram is in 3 minutes and is on the reverse siding. So this is Cornbrook by day, in literally the middle of nowhere, Manchester. It's actually quite an ugly area, which makes this the perfect interchange. Like I said, it's in the middle of nowhere, even though there technically is an entrance and exit, but nobody ever uses it. It's basically for crossing over lines. That's what the purpose of this station stop is. There is a tram from Eccles to Ashton via Piccadilly. I don't know why a tram is taking so long. It's there in the reverse side. They should just turn it in already. It says it's bound coming in 3 minutes. I don't have very much battery space on my camera, and I'm probably going to run out at some point and switch to my phone. However, until then, I will try to conserve it. So I will start filming again when we get to St Werburgh's Road. Bye. Hello and welcome back. Here we are at St Werburgh's Road.
This is service to Manchester Airport.
So this is where the airport line officially separates from the Stidsbury line. As you can overhear Duncan doing his video in the background. Again, Duncan seems to have his own version of each little thing. It's a bit annoying. So now I'm going to take a picture of each stop name, as I normally do. As I did for the sponsored tram ride, so that I have a picture of each sign.
It's the first time but anyway, here we are going to...
So now here's the junction. But we can go up to the driver. We can have a bit of a driver's eye view. Or not bother. There's the East Didsbury line as it separates. Duncan, are you alright?
I can't get my bag on.
You don't need to have your bag on.
Yes, I do. There you are, as you've just seen.
There's some nice cycle paths here with which the Metrolink kindly installed. So now we're on light rail.
David, we need to do it.
Do what?
Do that cycle path.
Oh yeah. Sorry, just
What's not open?
That's quite strange. There's still patches of odd patches of construction here and there, which are yet to be removed. So we're on light rail now. This is Moldith Road West, which continues over there, up to the railway station, Moldith Road.
Just listen to Dave.
There's the bit where the tram comes off on its own section, and you can see the East Didsbury line in the distance. So as weird as it sounds, we are still in Chawton. Across the main road. We're approaching Barlow Moor Road, which is the road where we cross over. What are you doing?
Double camera?
Why?
I don't know.
Why not just let one person do the filming?
Nah.
That's what I thought you'd say. So this is Barlow Moor Road, which I now have to go photograph, as that was one of the main reasons we decided to come here, so I can photograph each stop name. Bye! So here we are back at, still at Moldith Road, not Moldith Road, Barlow Moor Road, and the next stop is Sale Water Park.
Ooh, don't we go over the viaduct?
Yes we do actually. So it's only short, this light rail section. We actually go straight back onto heavy rail and cross the purpose-built Mersey Sale, whatever you want to call it, Sale, Mersey Valley, Sale and Mersey Valley Viaduct. I'm just going to take my coat off, so if you don't mind, we'll do sleeve for a second. That was quite weird, wasn't it? There we go.
Journey to sleep.
So we follow along Moldith Road West. You see the nice pretty houses of Chorlton. Look at the pretty housing, it won't last because very soon we'll be going through the unholy streets of Wythenshawe. I'm sorry, that was racist to Wythenshawe people. So we're actually on mixed traffic now. As you can see, there's parking lanes and there's the main road, but in which you can't stop. And now we're on our own segregated section again. So we're now on heavy rail, and we're at the edge of Chorlton. This is where Chorlton basically stops and is replaced by suddenly it looks like we're in the middle of the countryside. But we're not, we're just crossing the Mersey Valley and suddenly we'll be back into the suburbs. It's quite nice. This and Shaw and Crompton are the two places where the Metrolink literally looks like it's going in the middle of the countryside, and wow! It really is quite a view, look at that. That's the Mersey, and this is the Mersey Valley Viaduct. Ah, but it's all over so quickly. We're back on ground level now. So we've now crossed the Mersey, there's a golf course over there, and we're at Sale Water Park. So this is a stop for people visiting the Mersey Valley, as there are a couple of lakes as well as the river, which is people do like to come and visit, including me. I came to visit it once. It is a gorgeous place.
This is service to Manchester Airport. The next stop will be Northern Moor.
Oh no, hang on. Oh god, I almost forgot to take a picture of the sign there. I managed to remember. Okay, do remind me. Actually, I can't hear you because you're in the future. Time travel. No, not really. So we're now going to follow alongside the M60 for a bit. So this is Sale Water Park Junction. Motorway junction, I mean. There is actually a crossover on the tracks. I'm not quite sure why. It's useful to have some crossovers sometimes in case of maintenance or a tram crash or something, derailment. So we now follow alongside the beautiful picturesque M60. No sarcasm there or anything. So the beautiful sights of the Mersey Valley have been replaced by the ugly sights of the motorway, and already right squashed up from the other end of that motorway is suddenly houses again, and in a minute we'll head. So we're now following alongside the motorway, but in a minute we'll veer to the left and they could curve around, and then by the end of it we'll cross over the M60 over the second purpose-built structure, the M60 bridge. And here we go. So this is that swampy area that we saw before. Remember, we saw the street lights reflection in the water puddles. As you can see the puddles now much more clearly. On the other side there's still lovely trees and country and little farms that don't really belong to the world of Manchester. It's quite weird how there's sandwiched between the suburbs is this vast stretch of what looks like the middle of the countryside. It's quite strange. So now we go up, 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 and suddenly we're on a bridge.
So it's quite a lovely bridge, so we are going over the M6.
It's not particularly ugly. It's just not particularly pretty. There's some more houses under construction. It looks like the arrival of the Metrolink has already sparked some more people wanting to live around here, which is understandable. So there's still that. So we're now going to cross over a road. I'm not quite sure what road it is, but this is Northern Moor stop. Then we're still on a short section of heavy rail fenced in by these nice modern fences, which I'm sure the homeowners were thrilled about, having their fences ripped out and replaced with official Metrolink ones. And this time I'm not going to forget to stop and take a picture. Bye! Seriously, Duncan? You're doing it too?
No, I'm just taking pictures for. So guys, I was just speaking today very quickly, but we just left Northern Moor, and our next stop is Wythenshawe Park. Everyone knows Wythenshawe Park. It's a smaller version of Heaton Park.
It really isn't, it's just another park. So we're now in this heavy rail section, hemmed in by these fences. It's actually not straight onto back people people's gardens. There's another fence behind. There's like triple fencing. Look at that. Secure or what? And it's all in vain because there's a road that everyone can just walk in and through. Surprised there's no level crossing, actually.
What?
You'd think there'd be a level crossing there.
Yeah.
There isn't.
The level crossing?
You'd think there would be a level crossing there, but there isn't.
With lights?
Yes. Because there's heavy rail crossing over a road. Meh, never mind. So this is all empty grass, but I'm guessing in 20, 30 years all these trees will be big and it'll be all naturey and foresty like the Berry Line, which is some 120 years old. Not because the Metrolink has existed that long, but because there was obviously a railway line there before.
The Berry Line, as it was called.
This road's actually been closed off to stop people from driving over, which is a bit weird. So we now curve to the left. We're reaching the end of this
To the left.
lovely heavy rail section.
Curve to the right.
And there you can see Withenshaw Park. Duncan.
I don't know why.
There's Withenshaw Park.
I'm having where?
So Withenshaw Park's around there. When I said we were scaling around the edge, we're actually not. We're quite a distance from the park itself, a 2 or 3 minute walk. So here is the stop. I'm going to stop recording for a while because I'm going to soak up both my camera's battery, memory, and your valuable time by filming every detail. So, goodbye.
No, this one is behind the scenes.
Hello and welcome. Oh dear. Suddenly, it's all blurred. Oh no.
No, not this again, please. Not
Okay,
this
it's
again.
gone up. It's gone off. Don't know why it does that. Anyway, so now going across, I think this is Moor Road. This is the next stop is Moor Road, unless we cross over. I'm not quite sure. We'll see a street sign in a minute, hopefully.
Crossing over another road.
So we're now coming off the road for a second, so that we can make a stop here at Moor Road. This is my coat, by the way. Don't worry, it's not some random stranger's coat that's been left on the tram. Bye. Oh, come on, it's not blurred again, is it? Why does this keep happening?
It's a new camera, it does it.
Why would it do that?
Oh no, David.
Okay, so we've left Moor Road. We're now going to Bagley. What's wrong? Duncan.
But anyway. What? Next stop.
Haytons.
I've just seen a Haytons.
Oh, it's that terrible bus company that used to do our school bus. It still does, but we just don't use it because it's terrible. Ooh, look. We've actually quite a gap between the tram lines here, so you get a good view of passing trams. Because there's some complicated road network. God, this is complicated. This road network must be really confusing for poor, stupid people driving cars when there are trams available in the same town. No offense to stupid people who use cars, even though there's trams available in the same town. I can do this, friends. So we're following the road here. We're approaching Bagley Station. In fact, I think we're about to pass over the railway line, where Bagley Railway Station is supposed to be, but they never actually bothered to build it. But they might one day. It's actually double at this section, so they could easily put a railway station there, like they did originally say they were going to. They could make a pathway along here, joining it here.
There's no point.
My battery's already running low, so my phone is going to have to take over in a little bit. Bye. Hello and welcome back. So we're now across the road again. We're in this sort of segregated heavy rail section. Let's go take a look at the driver's view. Driver's eye view. What's cool is on the DLR, it's driverless, so if you sit here, you can literally see directly out of the driver's window. This is a cool view. Like I said, there was that Cornbrook high-speed video thing, which is all filmed from the driver's eye view. So if you want to sped up driver's eye view of the entire line in 2.5 minutes, go on the link in the description to the official TFGM video. This is Roundthorne Stop. Bye.
Do you know my
Hello and welcome back. So we're turned left now. That's about it. We're still on our own segregated section of the road, which is supposed to be light rail, even though they're still clearly separate tram tracks. But hey, that's called the laziness of the British worker. Since it took so little effort to build this line, that's why it came out a year early. I'm sorry, I'm being cynical now. I have complete respect for the people who built this line.
Because it is actually really hard to build a train.
A tram.
Train.
Especially, well, I mean, it was easy in the 1800s because the government had the power to knock down as many houses as they liked to make room for these things. But nowadays you have to work around things and you need planning permission and so complex. Anyway, we are now approaching, this is Martin's Croft. Bye.
We're leaving the tram.
So we've now left the road. There's the road over there, and we cross over the M56 with a purpose-built bridge.
Well, it looks really ugly.
It doesn't look particularly ugly, it just doesn't look particularly pretty either. So the next stop is Bench Hill, not Bench Hill, because it's not a hill, it's just Bench Hill, that's what it's called, which is the closest stop to Sharston, funnily enough. Bench Hill is one of these northern Wythenshawe towns. As you can see, we're surrounded by them. This is actually Holyhedge Road, funnily enough.
Holyhead Road?
Would you believe this is Holyhedge Road? That same road that ends onto Stile Road that looks like it's in the middle of a forest. It's quite weird.
Yeah.
So, no one has said unholy place of Wythenshawe, but these houses are actually quite nice, so I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's just houses. Wythenshawe is not as bad as everybody keeps telling each other. Oh, Wythenshawe full of scums. It's just Wythenshawe.
Light rail?
Well, it can go 50 miles an hour. If the cars can go 50 miles an hour, why can't we? Light rail doesn't slow us down. It's just when we're in the city centre and we're going through Piccadilly Gardens, then obviously we have to go quite slowly, but out here, this is a main road.
People are cutting over when they can see it.
That's probably quite dangerous. Anyway, we're now approaching Bench Hill. Bye. So this is the Manchester College. Holyhedge Road continues there, where it goes into a little forest area. Manchester College, enroll now, even though Oxford is so much better. Actually, it's quite cool. The ICT suite has views of the trams. I might go there just because of that. Probably not. Oh well.
Well, we are now at
Bye.
We are now at Bench Hill.
Hello and welcome back. We're now leaving Bench Hill, and the next stop is Crossacres. Crossacres, Duncan. The announcement just said the next stop will be Crossacres, not Crossacres. Crossacres.
It's my accent, okay?
Okay. Anyway, we're now approaching Crossacres. I mean Crossacres, obviously. Oh, there's some very nice looking houses here.
It's
Bye.
Anyway, remember, it's not.
Hello and welcome back. We're now leaving Crossacres. The next stop is Wythenshawe Town Centre, Crossacres, with the under construction bus shelter that is still being built, because this was a year early, and that is still going to take another year to finish building. It's the only part that the thing is basically still under construction. So once again, we're on a segregated part of this road here. We're sort of weaving our way through centre of Wythenshawe. Lots of tall flats with balconies, which seem pointless because they're not balconies, they're just doors with grills. I never see the point of those. Unless, of course, they open inwards. Yeah, in that case, probably makes sense. This is Wythenshawe Community Centre, which is the Surefire sign that we are in, the very heart.
The old bus shelter.
There's the current bus station, in fact.
And here's
You know why I call it bus shelter? That's such an American thing to say. It's a bus stop. And the under construction new bus station,
This is Wythenshawe,
which is coming along nicely, and I'm sure will look brilliant when it's done.
But
For a bus shelter, it looks pretty good. Obviously, it's still under mad construction.
we need to look over here for the under construction.
Wow.
As David just said, the under construction.
Lovely, streamlined looking canopy. It looks so much better in the day. In the night, it was like you couldn't see anything. You could just see these big white walls and some stuff behind it.
It looks
Anyway,
really
I've
nice.
just got to stop and take a picture. Bye.
It's a
So,
very,
as I was
very
saying-
long name.
Robinswood, yeah, Withenshaw Town Centre.
Literally, it's a long name. Yeah.
So here it's
But
all
as you
coming
can
along.
see, they're actually, knowing the forum, they're going to make their place much nicer and add some more onto it.
Yes. So we now snake our way through until we join Finney Lane, aka Simon's Way. But for us it's Finney Lane because it goes into Heald Green as Finney Lane, which means we are approaching our closest stop, Eel Hall. But first we stop at Robinswood Road, which is along the same road.
So guys,
So this is
this
is it, actually.
From here.
This is Simon's Way. We could. It's about 5 minutes from the station, and another 15 minutes from there. So it's about a 20-minute walk. But since we're going to explore the whole line, we're instead going to go to Manchester Airport and take the train from Heald Green from there to Heald Green from there.
If you
So this is Simon's Way, Finney Lane. It's so nice.
Cool.
And there's a Heald Green Pharmacy. A painted car, which is quite strange. A surefire sign that we're approaching